Um, I just had to rush on here because I literally just finished doing a video about, what's been on my mind. And I literally just did a video talking about, the state of the world we're living in, talking about, the state of the world we're living in. And I literally just finished doing a video about, my grandmother's passing and, how hard things have been, in the world, what I've been seeing around me, how sad everything's been in the world of late. And, I've been telling you guys, I really have been telling you guys that 2020 is going to be, something big, massive. And, I just want to say first and foremost, rest in paradise. As I say, rest in paradise to Caroline Flack. My heart goes out to her family. I don't know her personally, and when I heard the news, I was really, really, I cried. I cried actually in my car as it was raining a little bit earlier, and I was just shaking my head because, here we go again. Allegedly, because of course, with how things are nowadays, people, with the these secret societies, who really knows if she really did take her own life? Because a lot of celebrities, just to know up front, a lot of celebrities have mysteriously, killed themselves, and then we hear, we see a lot of moving parts. So, first and foremost, I just want to say allegedly they're saying she killed herself. And I automatically shake my head because it's like we're seeing more women, take their own lives. Nowadays it seems like we're seeing more women, take their own lives. And it's not surprising, to me. Unfortunately, it's not surprising because the pressures of life, the pressures of social media, right? The pressures of just show business, especially show business. It seems like there is a lot of really, really sad and disturbing things going on. From Me Too to, people saying they don't have equal pay. There's a lot of just really messed up things that have been happening in show business, entertainment, across the board, and it hasn't just, started in the past decade, right? I mean, I think we all can agree that it's not just been the past decade. This has been for centuries, I mean, a good, I mean, this has been happening for a very, very long time. Whether it's from just a black and white TV or the local newspaper, to now we have social media apps and Facebook and instant this and instant that. You know, it's been a problem. It Suicide, drugs, addiction, it's been a problem. It's been a problem not only for celebrities and people in show business, but it's been a problem for human beings, especially in the past 2 decades, past 20 years, for a good amount of time now. We've been seeing this I want to say spike of, I gave it to you. I put on 1 second, guys. Sorry, guys, I'm back. Like I was saying, and I was going to finish my thought there. What I was saying was that we've been seeing a problem, with people being able to get help for depression, addiction, just all types of just horrible, horrible, horrible things. And to all my loyal subscribers, don't worry, I will be talking about YouTubers as well, because in a way, anybody who puts himself out here publicly, including myself, is a victim to this, is kind of open season, if you will, to trolling and depression and anxiety. I will touch on my own, things of that nature, since I've had my own YouTube channel. So this does, I don't want to get emotional, but it's sad. Like I was telling you guys in the other video, the world we're living in, the way the world, the direction that we're going in, in this world is troublesome to me. It's troublesome to me. And I've been telling you guys for a while now that this world is it's getting worse. It really is getting worse. And so what you guys can expect from this video is me talking about an array of things, and I want to say to you all respectfully, you guys can comment what your own thoughts are, on suicide and drugs and the pressure, right? The pressure of being Instagram famous or being a presenter like Caroline was, being on TV or being a YouTuber, like what you guys really think about that, respectfully amongst yourselves if you want after this video is posted, because this video is live. As you guys know, I love doing live videos. I don't like, writing anything out and thinking. I just speak off my chest. Whenever I do a video like this, I just speak from my heart and that's it. You see what I'm saying? So I think that this death, this tragedy, another tragedy, is going to illuminate, the problems that I think have been brewing for a very long time when it comes to social media. I think especially when it comes to social media, there has been a tidal wave of attacks, a tidal wave of issues that people, famous, not famous, public figures or not, have been dealing with, And so I just think that in honor of Caroline's life, in honor of so many others, it's crazy how when I heard about Caroline, I thought immediately of Kate Spade. And I know Kate Spade wasn't necessarily a presenter or British or anything like that, but Kate Spade was a very creative person, very outspoken woman. She was an entrepreneurship businesswoman, and allegedly, right? Because I say allegedly because nowadays you never know what really goes down. You see what I'm saying? God, Marilyn Monroe. I mean, shit. Like Marilyn Monroe, Whitney Houston. Apparently, she drowned, overdose. I think allegedly. There's a lot of women, in the past 2 decades. I mean, just this just era of just high publicity, paparazzi. Like, we have seen women crumble. And I want to say for the record, goddamn, like Britney Spears, like holy shit, like I'm worried about Britney. I'm worried about Lindsay Lohan. Like, I'm worried about these women who are so famous. Even Oprah Winfrey. Oprah Winfrey is a presenter. Oprah Winfrey is a mega, billionaire, extraordinaire woman. Oprah Winfrey has even confessed to having suicidal thoughts. I mean, a lot of women have, and I'm saying women specifically because it used to be just men, right? It used to be, oh, men do this. Men take their own life. Men are the ones who have, that can't express, right, their emotions. It's men who, can't keep up with the times and don't like what's going on with equality and don't like what's going on with the state of affairs in terms of love. A lot of men saying how they're lonely and a lot of men can't find other men to confide in, and that's why they overdrink or they kill themselves. It used to be men only, really just mainly men who would take their own life allegedly and say fuck it, I'm out of here. But now it's women. Now it's women, and I think that the human race, I think we all, regardless of our color, regardless of our socioeconomic background, I think we all should be concerned, because women are the ones who are mothers. Women are the ones who give life, and I hate to be that person, but after I grieved and cried in the car and thought about Kate Spade, for some reason Kate Spade came up because I remember Kate Spade, allegedly killed herself too, and that was a shock, to the world. I thought about, kids. I said, oh, did Caroline ever have kids? She was 40, and as far as I know, she didn't have any kids, and that really, for some reason, like when I realized that, when I found that she didn't have any kids as well, nothing sexist there, just saying, if she had kids, I can't even imagine how her children would feel. So immediately I thought of, does she have children? And, they're claiming she does not. So that's for me as a woman, and I don't want anyone to take this the wrong way, but for me as a woman, that hurts even more, because there's nothing more, I think, just out of this world than to be a mother. I think that being an entrepreneur, being a celebrity, being a businesswoman, being one of the finest women on the block, a baddie, all that's good. But to be a mother and then be gone by your own hands can traumatize somebody. It can traumatize. That can kill. Heartbreak can kill. So, immediately I was like, oh my God, did Caroline have kids? Because if she had kids, can you just imagine the pain, the absolute gut-wrenching shock her kids would have if they found their own mother didn't die from a car accident, didn't die from a helicopter crash, died from suicide. Suicide. And, I don't judge. For the record, I don't judge any soul who has taken their own life. Because if we're all being honest here, I think we've all had our dark days. Every single one of us. Whether you've had a gold spoon in your mouth all your life, every single one of us has had really bad days, really bad weeks, really bad, years, decades. Some people have had, 2 straight decades, 20 years just bad luck, heartache, just distraught pain, bullshit, you know. And I just want to celebrate her. I want to celebrate Caroline. I want to celebrate Whitney Houston. I want to celebrate all these women, amazing women who have put themselves on the line to live their dreams. And I want all of us to remember her and other women and other men that have taken their life, you know, as conquerors, successful people. That's what she was. She was a success. And I don't want her tragic, ending to be her story. It always hurts for me when I see celebrities have this, dead at this, dead at that, suicide, overdose. I hate when I feel like people, just us in general, we look at that and we don't look at their actual legacy. We don't look at their actual work that they put in on this planet. You see what I'm saying? So yes, I do think that as a society, we definitely have to realize that women are starting to, go to the dark side. And women now are also falling victim to a lot of things. Not just anxiety, not just bullying, not just trolling, not just peer pressure. They're falling victim to heartbreak. They're falling victim to addictions. They're falling victim to questioning who they are. And I think it's all because of social media. I will agree that I do think it's because of social media, guys. I do. I think that social media is the bedrock of a lot of fucked up things. And I've been saying this in different ways for a very long time. I have. Not just on YouTube, but on Twitter. In my own personal life, I've said, many times, these people, these celebrities especially, are out of control. They're out of control. And not her. I'm saying in general. In general, they lose their mind. Because as far as what I've seen and what I've heard from the family that speak of the dead, respectfully, they say that they couldn't handle it. They couldn't take it anymore. They got to the point where They said, fuck it. You know, like I'm going to kill myself because I can't stand my life. I can't stand being watched. I can't stand being talked about. I can't stand whatever they were battling, whatever they were feeling before they took their own life. You know, my brain is thinking of K-pop stars. Look at how many female K-pop stars we've seen in the past 6 months who have died by suicide as well. You know, and you know what? This is what I want to say about that, especially K-pop stars. Look at the fact that before they die, right? They have these Instagram lives. And I want to say this as well. People in my personal life who I interact with day to day or just, you know, close friends of mine, people have always said to me, you know, why don't you use Instagram? Okay? Why don't you use this app and this app? And this is why, people. This is exactly why I don't. Me personally, I don't use Instagram like that. Never done a live, never done a story, none of that. Why? Because whatever you put out here, especially on the internet, right? The famous thing I've always heard from people is it never goes away. Like whatever you do, people are watching. Like people, it's open season. Like I said at the beginning of the video, it's open season. It's literally open season. And I think especially women, a part of using social media or being an entertainer, and I'm not talking about Caroline in specific. I'm gonna, you know, touch back up on that later. But now in this portion of the video, I'm talking about social media. You know, let's get down to business. In this portion of this video, I'm not talking about Caroline. I'm talking about social media, women in social media, men and women in social media, using social media as celebrities, you know, entrepreneurs, business owners, media moguls, entertainers. Yeah? It's an addiction. It's unhealthy, you know? And it makes me feel really sad because it's like why can't we just wake up as a society? Like why can't we all just see that social media is trying to ruin us? It's trying to ruin us. I mean, it is. It is. I mean, I hate to be that person. Actually, I don't, because I don't care what people think about me. But I hate to say it like that, and hate is a strong word. But yes, you know, I hate Instagram. I really do. And that's why I don't hardly post on there. Why? Because when I go on there, well, I didn't know I was gonna get this emotional, guys. I'm sorry. But like when I go on there, it's like, what is it doing for me? For all those people watching live and replay, ask yourself, what does Instagram do for you? Besides make you get little clicks and views and little, like, what does it do for you? Nothing. You're not getting paid off of it. And to those out here who have the privilege of being alive and breathing and watch this video and have the privilege of being able to even decide this, because because the thing is, some celebrities, they need that. You know, like their PR companies, their management, they have to be on that. And that's an angle that I think people are missing, that I just picked up intuitively. Something just said to me, let's go down this rabbit hole and see why I'm talking about this for a reason. I want you guys to read between the lines. I want every single person listening to read between the lines. Some celebrities have to be on social media. Their contracts, their management. Okay? So, this is what I was saying in the other video that was just me talking off my chest and telling you guys where I've been, why I haven't been posting. I've been saying to you guys, be careful what you wish for. Be careful what you wish for because you just might get it. And that's real shit. And there's people out here who are so fame hungry. They're so fame hungry. You see, if I was fame hungry, let me get even realer on this video. If I was really fame hungry, I wouldn't have glasses on right now. Like if I was all about that life, I would be posting every day. I would be advertising my I don't do that. I don't do that. Why? Because my privacy, I like my privacy. I like knowing that I'm not going to have a stalker at my house at 3 o'clock in the morning. I like knowing that I can be with my friends, you know, be with my husband one day and not have to be critiqued on every little nook and cranny of how I look, how we look together. I'm not into that, you know, and I'm not judging anybody who, you know, is into that, but like, you have to understand that there's a price to pay. And I'm talking to people who I feel haven't really dissected this life. You know, I'm talking to people now who I feel like hopefully you are watching where maybe you haven't really taken a look at what you're posting. Maybe you haven't realized that they're using everything against you. Every post, every tweet, they're using against you. They're using against you. You, your employer, the government. What? Everything you put out here can be judged. Everything. Everything. Even my video I'm making right now, this harmless video, shedding light, shedding truth, can be judged. Why? Because it's social media. It's the internet. The crazy, loony boxville of posting everything, sharing everything. Look over here, click over here, like this, like that. It's bullshit. It's bullshit. I don't even have a Facebook, people. I'm speaking from experience. I grew up in high school. I'm in my early 20s. For those that are wondering, I'm in my very early 20s. In high school, I grew up where this was like a normal thing, you know, the Razor phone, the Facebook, the MySpace. I grew up in that era. I think I'm a millennial, but I could be almost the other one because I was born in 95. I was born in 1995. But as I was growing up, this was like the thing, you know? MySpace, Facebook, Twitter, like it's bullshit, guys. It's bullshit. I'm telling you, the second that I found out that they can sell your information from Facebook, I deleted my Facebook a long time ago. I haven't had a Facebook in over 10 years. I don't like Facebook. I don't like stuff like that. I don't. I don't because my privacy is not up for sale. I'll repeat that. My life, my privacy, my business is not up for sale. And that's what y'all be doing out here. Real talk. You celebrities, you social media moguls, you Instagram baddies, you're selling your life. Understand that. You're selling your personal business, your heartache, your triumphs, your success, your failures. You're putting it all out here for free. A lot of you. And there's a lot of young girls out here who are killing themselves because of trolls, because of bullying. Like I said, I'm off Caroline now. Rest in paradise, boo. I'm talking about the state of affairs we're living in. People need to wake up and realize that social media is killing us. Absolutely. Social media is absolutely killing people. It's been killing people. It's been ruining relationships. It's been ruining marriage. Look at how many marriages, oh my God. Look at how many marriages have capitulated because of social media. From Tinder to My Ashley, all these weird, you know, dark web websites and weird apps and freaky, like, understand this, guys. And I just want to, you know, I'm at the point in this video where I'm going to tell people who need to hear this, and I hope that if you need to hear this, you can hear it and understand this. I hope you are. The reality is that if you can't handle trolls, you can't handle people critiquing you, Don't have social media. Don't post. And this is like the opposite of what people are going to want to hear, but it has to be said. It has to be said. If you can't handle the heat, you need to get out of the kitchen. And on that note, I'll also add that there is celebrities out here. Okay, there is celebrities out here. If you want to be a celebrity, you are a celebrity and you're struggling with mental health, listen up, okay? Because this is just like basic. This is basic. There is celebrities out here who move. They're not up in LA. They're not up in Los Angeles. They're not up in any of the hot spots. They're in Nebraska. Okay, they're in maybe even Atlanta. Atlanta's a hotbed, but you know, they're not trying to be like up in it. You know? Like they're not, and if they are in California, they're not like in the heart of the media machine. They're like in some hidden city, you know? Like there is celebrities out here who are smart, you know, and who don't post everything and who aren't easily persuaded to be like other celebrities who want to show everything. And honestly, this is why I you know, this is why I kind of laugh at certain celebrities, honestly. Like some celebrities that want to post their naked body and they think that this is cute. It's cute to show the inside of your vagina? That's cute to you? That's cute to you. Girls out here showing their naked ass for free. That's cute to you. And then you wonder why you're struggling. Like real shit. Like this is not for all of you, but you're being brainwashed. Please understand this. You're being brainwashed to sell your life. To sell your life. You are. To sell your information for free. You're selling your information for free. All these marketing companies, all these TV shows, all these weird societies are watching you. Watching me. Let's not forget that. So, in the heaviness of Caroline's death and other women's death who have taken their life due to pressure and bullying, let's keep it 100 buck. Don't be somebody out here who is chasing the fame and chasing the fake lights, because not all that glitters is gold. And I've been saying this for a while. In fact, I made a video on my channel talking about be careful what you wish for. I made a video called Be Careful What You Wish For, I think last year, maybe like October. Because I was telling you guys that I'm feeling a shift. I'm feeling a huge shift when it comes to celebrities. So, in honor of Caroline and everybody else, I think that people need to change either how they use social media, how they see social media, how they see the entertainment business, how they see being a celebrity. I think that people's expectations are totally out of whack, and there's a lot of people out here that, especially young people, who don't understand the dangers of showing everything, being everything on TV. They don't get it. They don't get it, you know, like they just really don't get it. And, you know, I don't know exactly what she was struggling with. I mean, you know, I was listening to another British reality TV star's video today, who knew her, and, you know, she's saying how they're all struggling and they're all sick over the media. But I just want to say humbly, you know, don't take it this wrong way. I just want to say humbly, like, that is a part of your gig. Like, you know, it is a part of being in the entertainment business. Like it's a part of it. You can't ignore that. Like it is a part of being a public figure. I don't, you know, like for me, I'm just trying to look at the backside of this, like the actual, like what I'm basically trying to say is in this video I'm trying to show us the opposite side of the cameras, the opposite side of the money and the fame and the parties. I'm trying to shed a light on reality. That's what I do best, is shine a light on reality. The reality is These media companies and these contracts and these shows, they own you. They own your soul. Okay? They own you. They own you. When you get to the point in your life where you can go on a TV show and have sex on a TV show and think that's okay, and then wonder why, like, I'm just saying, like, it's a one package deal. It's a part of the package. Just like when you're married, a part of the package is being your partner's spouse. That's a part of the package. It is a part of the package. So I'm just giving a form of warning, right? I'm just giving a form of warning to people who are gung ho about posting everything. And when I say everything, I mean everything. Posting their relationship, posting their ass, God knows what. And even worse, they're doing it for free. Okay? And it's hilarious to me. I'll be honest with you, when I see people who are posting every corner of their life for free, it's idiotic to me. To me, it's idiotic because I don't want someone to know every nook and cranny of my life. Of when I go to bed, when I pee, when I eat, when I sit. I would never want to live like that. Ever. Ever. So let's keep it 100 buck. Let's be 100% exposing everything. The media, social media, the business, the entertainment business. Let's look at all angles here. Let's do a diagnosis, shall we, of the truth. The truth is, when you sign up for certain gigs, certain jobs, that's what comes with it. I'm not saying it's right, but that is what comes with being a celebrity. So, to avoid that, you stay low key. You don't post everything. You don't believe everything that the media says. You don't go everywhere. You don't draw attention to yourself. And if you have a relationship with God and you're a solid human being and you're sound and you meditate and you have something to hold on to believe in, you're not going to have those issues. To be honest with you, if you get back down to your core, your heart, and you take time to think about yourself and applaud yourself, you're not going to be you're not going to fall victim to people that have nothing to do with where you're going in life. And it is sad because not everybody can handle their fame. Some people are born into fame. For the record, there's a lot of celebrities out here who their dad was a celebrity, their mom was a celebrity, and they grew up in Beverly Hills. They grew up in, the fast lane. And these are the same kids who are from famous parents. And they're struggling too. They didn't choose that life. So for the people that are celebrities from birth, y'all didn't choose that life. Y'all didn't want to be, not all of you. I mean, some of them love it. Some celebrity kids love it. They drink it up because they never have to go to school. They never have to work for the man. They're working for their parents. They're working for whatever. And they're living it up. They're on Instagram every hour, every minute. So it's sticky. It's sticky. The life of being famous, social media, it's sticky. It's grimy. It's dirty. Let's just call it what it is. It's grimy. It's sticky. It's confusing. It's not black or white. It's not black or white because I can guarantee you every celebrity has had a moment in their life where they were happy to be famous. They were happy to be the it. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure that every celebrity who said they've struggled or whatever, in the same breath has said, I'm so happy that I have this platform. I'm so happy that I'm rich. I'm so happy that I could choose from all these beautiful women or beautiful men. I'm so happy that I can go to this party. Like it's not just black and white. There's two sides to every coin. So I'm just realistic. I'm just realistic. Every celebrity, every person who's made it to the global stage where everybody knows you, you're a household name. They see you on TV, right? There's two sides to it. There's a dark side, there's a light side. There's a good, there's a bad. You know? It's not just all bad. But my point is, for those that are wanting to be famous and wanting to get a part of, the game, understand there's a price. Everything comes at a cost. Everything. Nothing is free on this planet. Nothing is free. Not even love is free. You gotta pay to get married. You gotta pay something. Everything costs money. Gas, certificate, venue, the ring, everything costs something. Down to the dollar. Even down to your soul. For some people in these streets, their soul. So Caroline's death and other celebrities' deaths, from K-pop to singers to this to that, the only thing that I think of is the consequence. Only thing I think of is the behind the scenes. What they've had to give up and sacrifice to even be that celebrity, to even be talked about when they die. What do they get, what do they have to sacrifice to be on that platform? And was it worth it? Was all this worth it? The no privacy, the bullying, the trolling, was it worth it? Was it worth it? I bet it's not. I can guarantee you it's not worth it. That's why a lot of us, we're not born into fame. Think about it. That's why a lot of us regular people, we're not born into fame. We're not born into the lights because God may have known that we could not handle it, that we would not be able to survive if we had famous parents, or had all this money from birth. And when I say money, I mean money, like millionaire, billionaire, mogul. You see what I'm saying? So a lot of people out here are chasing the lights. They're chasing the wrong thing. They're listening to the wrong thing. From what it seems like to me, they were trying to say that she was bullied. I live in America, so I don't really know how the British press works, but from what I'm seeing now, they're saying that she was bullied. She was being attacked by the press, by the, paparazzi. Apparently there was some kind of case to do with her ex-boyfriend or something like that. I didn't really want to look into that because it's kind of personal, but that was only a month ago, right? They were claiming that she was trying to, prove her innocence. Look at that. So it just goes to show that it's not what people think it is. And that goes for, I feel, everything in life. It's not what people think it is. Life is not what we think it is. Marriage is not what we think it is. Being famous is not what you think it is. Look at how many people's relationships have been exposed because of social media and criticized and broken apart. Look at how many regular people like you and me who, families, friends, relationships totally fragmented because of social media. There's people out here who literally break up because somebody does not change their profile to in a relationship on Facebook. I'll never forget back in high school when I was dating, and it was like you had to post who you're in a relationship with on Facebook. It's corny. Okay, I used to, oh my God, I hate Facebook, okay? I still hate Facebook. I don't know why people even use it. But that's just corny. It's corny. Your relationship is between you and that person, not you and the whole world. Unless you're a celebrity, you ain't got a choice. And that's another thing. If you're a celebrity and you're well known, you ain't got a choice unless you choose to not do that. Unless you choose to keep a low profile, once you're on that platform, you can't escape nothing. You can't escape nobody and nothing. I mean, recently I was even seeing this video with J-Lo and A-Rod. Jennifer Lopez, hello, Jenny from the block, where there was a video where they were showing her and A-Rod, going on a date. And fans, and I mean, this sounds kind of bad, but it's like fans were literally interrupting her date, which is her date is between her and her fiance, her and her boyfriend. And yet you have these absolute strangers who are obsessed with you, right? Running up to you saying, "Can I get a picture? Can I get an autograph?" You want to live like, I would never want to live like that. Me, I would never want to live like that. Okay? And this is what so-called celebrities have to do and put up with. It's bullshit. If I would hate it. I would hate it. I would hate it. And I feel, and to some degree I feel bad, but to some degree I don't, because that's what you sign up for. It's a part of the package. And I think it's good. Now I'm going back to Caroline and reality TV. Now I think it's good that people who knew her and didn't want this to happen, who were, could have seen red flags, and now they're like, fuck, this is crazy. Like, she really is gone. They're gonna be trying to fight back, and great, you should. You should fight back. You should definitely do something. I mean, I remember back a couple years ago, remember Ben Affleck's ex, Jennifer, was it Jennifer Garner? Let me see if that's her name. Jennifer Gardner. Remember that? Remember that era with Halle Berry? And Jennifer Gar was correct. Jennifer Gardner, remember that? Remember that? Back in the day, Jennifer Gardner and Halle Berry, they went to court, over paparazzi rights. Remember that? That was a big thing a couple years back. You see what I'm saying? So now, maybe over there, in England, they'll be the UK. You guys will be able to make something happen, because it is out of control. I'll give you guys that. Like, it is out of control, but at the same time, it is a part of being on that platform, like being a celebrity, unfortunately. And so I think, well, the only thing that we could do, only thing that people can say and do, and especially celebrities that are in the industry, all you guys can do is shed some light. Like if, for all you celebrities out here, all you guys can do is shed some light on the reality of what it takes. I mean, regardless of the trolls and the bullying, I would like celebrities, me personally, I would like celebrities to talk about the realities of just the industry, because we rarely hear it. I mean, now I think the real people, the celebrities who haven't changed, like Cardi B and stuff, like the celebrities who are never gonna change, who are just real and raw, and I love them. More people like that, of that kind of nature, need to start trying to expose the industry. I think y'all need to start talking about the reality, like really, because there's people out here who are very talented, who are very, very driven, but they don't know what they're getting into. They just have no idea. And whether it's on a global level or a community level, like when you are somebody, when you have done well for yourself, people are gonna start to notice you. And I think that it's something that especially younger people don't understand, and they chase after, they run after the lights, they want to be on TV, and then once they're on TV, they can't go back. Once you are world renowned, you can't get rid of that. Just like if you have a child, you know as long as the child's alive and beyond, you'll always be a mother. You'll always be that role for that child. you know there's many few things in life you can go back from, but once you're famous, and that's it. And I think that there's so many ways, there's so many things I could talk about. I mean, this video could easily be 2 hours. I'm going on 44 minutes, and this video could easily be 2 hours. But I will say with YouTubers now in this video I'll talk about, now this portion of the video I'll talk about YouTubers. Now, being a YouTuber like myself, I always am a YouTuber. I just like to post videos, for fun. But when it comes to YouTube, success and YouTube, yeah, they're also, I mean, hell, I've gotten crazy comments, I've gotten crazy emails. I think that anybody, like I said, anybody who puts themselves out here and is successful to some degree, you're gonna get the heat. You're gonna get crazy people trying to feed off of your plate, trying to bring you down. That is a part of it. Even I know that. That's a part of it. When you are on any social media platform, there's trolls, there's haters, there's spectators, there's non believers, there's people who just don't like you, you know? And that can hurt somebody. Somebody who hasn't built up that Teflon skin, that can hurt you. That can really make you question yourself. And I think that, and I want people to really hear me when I say this. I think that I think we're playing with fire. I think that yeah, I'm just gonna say it. I think that we're all playing with fire. I think we're all playing with fire. Any of us that use any kind of social media app, we're playing with fire. We are, because we are opening ourselves up to thousands of people to criticize us. We as a whole, we are opening up ourselves to levels of mindfuckery that we've never seen before. And I think it was interesting to see how a lot of British reality TV stars that were speaking out against the media because of Caroline's death were talking about revenge porn, revenge porn, and how when people break up, they blackmail each other. Like, this is grimy. Like, do you see what I'm saying, guys? Like, this is grimy. Like, it's just grimy. To me, it's disturbing. To like even the idea of somebody trying to like blackmail you with porn and pictures. Like, I know Kourtney Kardashian had that, like, early back on when the Kardashians had their show. I know Kourtney Kardashian had that case. Even Kim Kardashian, but that's another bag of tricks here. But Kourtney even had that happen to her. Kourtney had to pay somebody off from freaking, I think she said, college or high school, who she dated. Like, it's sick. I mean, these things should be private. Like, all these things, from children, sex, relationships, religion, everyday life, like, it's private. It's not something that I think should be public, if I can say that. I don't know, I don't really know how else to say it, but like, living to profit off of living is one thing, but then to be blackmailed and brought down and bullied because of it is another can of worms. And that's what I think people who are chasing the lights and are celebrities are not understanding, is that you can tell us all you want, right? Like, for example, Kim Kardashian. You can tell us all you want that you've changed, you don't like, you don't like this, you don't like that, but in the same breath, you've openly said, like, I can handle it, it's a part of it. And she's right, it is a part of it. But unfortunately, there's a lot of other celebrities who can't handle it. And so, what are we going to do? What is our management going to do? What are their parents? Hopefully, they're still alive. What are they going to do to help their kids, to help their young adults get by? Especially K-pop stars. A lot of them have a lot of mental health issues, and they're not getting help. They're not getting any help. And they're dying like fleas. Like, really, like K-pop stars especially, like, I've noticed, like, they horrible things. Horrible things. They're in their apartments. There's one K-pop star, I think it was Shuni. Was that his name? I don't know how to pronounce it. Sorry, but like, I think they were saying how certain K-pop stars, they're in their apartment and then they put like this chemical on the stove, and I mean, they're basically killing themselves. They've killed themselves, allegedly. And it's sick. To live like that is just sick. It's sick. So, I don't envy nobody. And I know people that are jealous of me and haters of mine don't believe that. But I can say this confidently. I am not jealous of anybody and never will be, because I know that what they have to do and put up with to be where they are, I could never do. I wouldn't want to do. And that's real talk. Some things that these celebrities have to go through, not only from fans and haters, but even from their own people, their own family. Like, I would never want to experience that in any capacity. Any capacity. So, you know, what I'm hoping, what I'm really hoping is that people will take a second look at whether you're famous or not, whether you're, a social media, you know, addict or not, like a lot of us are, whether you love to be on social media or not, whether are known on one app or not, and maybe you're a YouTuber or not, like whatever is going on, like whatever you do, right? Like I just hope that you can think about your choices, because I have, when I deleted my Facebook a long time ago. When I deleted my Facebook, it was one of the best decisions I've ever made. When I deleted my Facebook and closed my Facebook account, that was one of the best decisions I've ever made. I deleted my account right before all the advertisements and games and stuff were on Facebook. Right before they were trying to, sell information and try to have all these games on there and stuff. I was out. Like I was out because like, from the material that I study in college and what I do, like I already know like how dangerous Facebook and stuff like that is. I understand the dangers of what they're trying to do out here, and those that are not educated on that, educate yourselves. They're selling information, okay? So I would not, certain apps I would stay far away from. That's my advice on that. And I'm really hoping that in honor of Caroline, that people can really start to look at how they're interacting with each other, what they're giving up, the privacy that they're giving up to be on these apps, and if it's not benefiting your pocket, if it's really not benefiting who you are as a person, don't be on it, and if you are on it, limit yourself, like discipline yourself to not be on it so much. Like I love Twitter. I'm not gonna lie, I love Twitter. I love me some Twitter. And even with Twitter, like I've said to myself, I don't really need to be on it as much as I used to be on it. I don't need to tweet 200 times a day. I don't even anymore. I'm just saying in general, like because it could be like that. You could get to a point where you're retweeting 10 things, and that's 10 posts that you've done for the day, and you've wasted an hour. That hour you're on that social media app, you could be making money at work, whatever, like doing whatever. You see what I'm saying? So, you know, I think it's safe to say. I think it is safe to say that social media is killing us. I think it's safe to say that social media um, has gone mad. People have gone mad because of social media, because of clout, because of clickbait and everything else. Like we, as a people, as humans, like we're like guinea pigs. Like we really are just guinea pigs for their evil plan, really. And in the same breath, I think we have to be grateful. It's weird, like I said, it's sticky. In the same breath, we're grateful for it, because for those that seek truth and seek out real information, we get it off of what? Social media. Like there's things that I have learned that only I could have learned from social media. You see what I'm saying? So it's a double-edged sword. It's a catch-22. It's two sides of the coin. There's no right or wrong. It just is what it is. And that's why I think social media and just being a celebrity is so dangerous, because there is a lot of perks, but there's also a lot of downfalls to it. And once you're a part of it and you can't stop yourself and you can't pull back and whatever the case may be, game over. It's literally game over. And unfortunately, for celebrities like Caroline Flack, this is what they're saying is that she was bullied. She was, under fire. And that's sad. That's sad that as a woman, especially, you feel like you can't even defend yourself, and that's a horrible way to live. And so I can only hope for her and, other celebrities that I personally love and adore and appreciate their talent. I appreciate their gift. I appreciate them, taking a risk to be a celebrity because, a lot of these people are just talented. They're just talented people. They're just good, hardworking people, and because they're so good, they become famous. They become celebrities, and those type of celebrities I respect more than anything because they're not fishing for brownie points. They're not fishing to be Instagram famous. They're just living their life, and those are the ones. Those are the kind of celebrities I think that get affected the most because they don't really want the fame. They don't really want to be harassed and followed and sued and lawsuits. They don't really want that, but it's just what comes with it. You see what I'm saying? And so, it's sad. It's really sad. And I think that, you know, my question now that I'm after me, diagnosing this thing and speaking from my own personal opinion about all this, my question now is what are they going to do to fix it? What can they do? Like these celebrities out here who are struggling, you know, thank God you can get help. Thank God you can afford it. Take advantage of it because, let me tell you something. There's people out here who can't afford it. There's people out here who can't even, they can't get any kind of help. And whether they're famous or not, whatever the case may be, people out here just can't get help, period. You see what I'm saying? So, hopefully, her death and other celebrities' death can just shine a light on, mental health and um, reaching out, reaching out and trying to pull yourself out of that, dark place because it's hard, for celebrities, I'm sure, who are under a lot of pressure, you know, they have tours, they have events, they have publicity. Like, that's what I'm saying. I can't even imagine. Like, I just can't even imagine, like, what these celebrities are going through on a day to day basis. So, on another point, I want to say to everybody here watching live and replay, don't be jealous of these celebrities. Don't be jealous of YouTubers. Don't be jealous of these Instagram baddies. Like, don't be jealous of anybody because guess what? Like, you don't know what they're going through. You don't even know what they're having to battle every day to be, a favorite of yours, an entertainer of yours, a fan favorite of yours. Like, all these people that I look up to, all these celebrities that I like, I know they've had to go through something. Like, I really respect that all these celebrities have had to go through really dark times to be where they're at. There's a lot of celebrities who've talked about being homeless, being rejected, being ridiculed, being bullied. It's a reality. It's a reality of stardom, trying to be a star, superstar, celebrity. It's a reality. It's a reality. And so I think what happens is a lot of these celebrities, I'm not speaking for, I'm just saying what I think is that for a good amount of them, they get tired. Like when it comes to depression, I think just for a lot of them, they just get tired. They just get tired of having to be the stronger person. That's what it seems like to me from the outside looking in the last final days of a lot of celebrities who allegedly take their own life, allegedly, uh, that's what it seems like to me. They just had enough. They didn't have anybody to talk to. They felt lonely. They felt afraid of being judged. And, that was it. Game over. And, I just want to say with respect, they will live on in our hearts. Every single celebrity who we love, we adore, we've looked up to, we've celebrated, we've been proud of, you will live on in our hearts. Your family, your fans, we will never forget you. We will never forget what you've given us. You've given us smiles when you were crying. You've given us something to look forward to in this very bleak world, and that's a gift. And that's how I want to see not only Caroline, but every other person out here, every other celebrities, especially out here, that's taken their own life. I want to congratulate you. I want to applaud you. You've done the best you could. You know, the circumstances you were under, Caroline, especially today, you did the best you could. You know, you just couldn't take it anymore. And I understand. Like, I get it. I totally get it. Like, you know, I can't compare YouTube to that kind of fame because I'm not even on that level. But what I will tell you is there has been times where, like, if I've gotten bad trolls or I've gotten, you know, hate mail, whatever which is crazy, honestly, I think about it. You know, I would never do that to myself. I would never allow myself to get to that place because by the grace of God, I will pray through it. I will duke it out. But of course, to anybody who's able to be critiqued in the open eye in any way, any platform, especially social media, yes, it's hard. And if somebody's not careful, if somebody's not careful, they can let it get to them. They can let it sink them down, make them feel less and make them feel bad about themselves. And that's why having a strong support team is so important. That's why having your own back is so important. You know, that's why knowing thyself is so important because if you are in that area of work, if you are wanting to be like those celebrities you see, and you want that for yourself, right? Whoever you are out here, you have to understand that. Make sure you have a solid team or a solid support system, or you've built that mechanism up within yourself to know that no matter what happens, the sun will come out tomorrow. You will be okay. You know, you will be okay. And I think this can actually apply to anybody, really. Like what I'm saying right now, I think can apply to anybody. Like whether you're getting bullied at work, you're being harassed, like you have to understand that like the sun will come out tomorrow. Don't give up. Like never ever 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 give up on yourself. You know, if you're gonna die one day, let God take you. Let the creator of the universe take you where you need to go. Let your last breath be in his hands, not in your own hands. That's my message to all you guys watching. Don't ever allow the negativity and demons and lower vibrational energy and haters and stealers and losers to get you in that place. Because you're better than that. I'm better than that. And that's why I move accordingly. You see what I'm saying? I move accordingly how I want to move. Because people out here be tripping. People out here be tripping. People out here over a computer sending death threats. What the fuck is that? Like, real talk, people out here telling people to go kill themselves, go fuck themselves, die. Like, what? What? And this is the world we live in. So, I got a couple solutions. Because I want to end this video on a positive, upbeat note as much as I can under the circumstances. I got some solutions. You ready to hear it? I got some solutions. The three solutions I got for everybody is number one, if you cannot take the heat, and when I say heat, I mean possible blackmail, trolling, bullying, critiques, reviews. If you can't be able to like, if you know that you're not in a good place like mentally, like don't go on social media. You know, I know that's easier said than done, but I'm just saying, let's put the control back in our own court. Let's not act like, you know, especially us regular folk, let's not act like we don't have the power to safety guard ourselves, protect our, we do have the power to some degree, if not 100%, we do have the power, right? We do have the power to say no, to disable comments. I do that all the time. Shut off the comments, shut off the likes. You know, don't feed into that beast. Don't let people affect you like that. Their opinions mean nothing. Their opinions mean nothing. They should mean nothing because they're not you. and they haven't been in your shoes and they haven't done what you've done. And that's what makes me feel sad, is that when these celebrities are getting bullied and they literally kill themselves, it's like, you're better than that. Like you are above these people. Like, no offense, but like, you are above these people. Okay, number two, a second solution I have is schedule it out. You know, some people, when they use social media, if it's for business, if it's for your brand, set yourself up in a way where you discipline yourself to know when you can post and when you can't post, right? When you should post and when you shouldn't post. And that goes hand in hand, I think, with number three, thinking before you do. Thinking about what effect or consequence or backflash this would have if you do post that thing, if you do say a certain thing, if you tweet something, if you post a picture. Think about what impact it's going to have. And if the impact is negative, mostly negative, or the impact is not what you would like, then reconsider. And, you know, 4 and 5 would be, you know, don't buy into the magazines, don't read it, just don't even look at it. You know, I mean, these things are a lot harder than it seems because it's everywhere around us, especially for celebrities. I'm sure for celebrities, they have their team telling them about the ratings, and, you know, so like I said, for celebrities, like Caroline was, you know, they're dealing with the devil. You know, they absolutely are dealing with the devil on a 24-hour basis, because to wake up and to know that one bad review, one person, one commentator, one journalist, to know that your life is basically in somebody else's hands is a really bad, sad state of affairs. Like, think about it. Like to know that everything you do is being judged, is, that sucks. And we all get judged to some degree. But I'm just saying, if you are like in her shoes, everything is being critiqued. And so I think I just want to humbly say that not everybody can handle that. I think people need to just be realistic. Like, if you can't handle that, then don't do that. Like, if I don't want to have random people, like, for example, if I don't want to have random people comment on my nails or my purse or my makeup, I'm not going to post a picture on Instagram. It's just really that simple. To hell with Instagram, to hell with Facebook. I don't care. Like, and that's where discipline comes in. That's where knowing thyself comes in. If you really can't handle it, be honest. I'm honest with myself. I'm working on it every day. But I can tell you guys for a fact, like, I'm not gonna put myself in a position to get fucked over. I'm just not gonna do it. Like, I'm just not gonna do it. You know, these makeup artists, these beauty gurus, you know, it's a gamble. Like what they do to me is a gamble. Like you're gambling with your own body. The reality that you are trying to sell your own body, and you know that somebody can tell you you're ugly at any moment, and if you don't have, if you really feed into that and you believe that, your self-esteem is crushed. Like as a person, like on a soul level, of course you're going to feel bad. Of course you're going to feel like you're nothing. Of course you're going to be suicidal. Of course you are. Duh. That's a no-brainer. So, you know, I feel like intuitively somebody could be watching, and maybe you are suicidal. Maybe you uh can't handle, you know, Instagram fame. Maybe you can't handle people being and watching your every move. Quit. Delete that account. Disable it. Walk away. If you can't handle it, walk away, because it's not worth your life. That's not worth your life. That's not worth your mental health, your sanity. Nothing is worth your peace. Nothing is worth stressing over. Nothing. And I've joked on this channel, you know, I've gone on here, you know, I have. If you guys have been following me for a while, if you haven't, you should. I've gone here before, and I've told you guys many, many times, my piece is not for sale. There is not enough money in the world that can buy my peace of mind. Not 100 million, not 2 billion, nothing. If somebody was offering me a bunch of money and that was in trade for my peace at night, my sleep at night, my conscience not being clear, no thank you. Because I know that if you were to take that money, if you were to take that, that's going to lead to what's been happening with all these women and all these men in Hollywood and overseas. You know, this is exactly what happens. They lose control. They downward spiral. And that money is going to go to their family if they die. That money goes to their family or whoever's in the will. But I mean, is there not a better way? Like, is there not a better way to make money? To be doing what you love? Is there not an alternative? Surely there's an alternative. And so I think you celebrities out here who are famous and who, you know, are really hurt over this and other celebrities passing away by suicide, yes, you know, get into a coalition, get together, absolutely, get together and do something. You know, now is the time for solutions. You know, before we go to 5G and we have all these other, you know, platforms spring up out of nowhere, yes, let's try. Like you know, let's all try to support a better world. I don't know how else to say it. Like yes, let's try to support. Let's try to support. I'll support you celebrities trying to pass, you know, legislation to change paparazzi laws, you know, and violation, because they have a lot of these things where they can go into restaurants, they can go into bathrooms. I mean, remember guys, do you guys remember back in the day? Do you guys remember back in the day when Britney Spears was literally being followed into bathrooms? I'm a big Britney fan, Britney Spears fan. I love Britney. I really love Britney. But do you guys remember that when she would be literally followed into bathrooms? And this chick was wearing different wigs and her accent would change. You know why? Because she's afraid. When Britney had that, one second. Was it 2007? Britney Spears, okay, 2007, right? Remember that. Britney Spears, 2007. I'm a big Britney fan. Back in 2007. Prime example, best example I can think of right now. When Britney was on the up and up, remember that? Britney Spears was like the shit. And she's still the shit. But Britney was that bitch, okay? Britney Spears was that girl that everybody was checking for. The blonde Britney, okay? And I will never forget. I will never forget when paparazzi would follow this sweet girl into the bathroom. The bathroom. Where you take a shit. And she shaved her head, which I don't think was even that big of a deal the way they made it. They spin that story to make it seem like she's this, she's that. Whatever. But what I will say is when Britney was trying to change her accent and she would have her own camera and follow paparazzi and she would wear a different wig and stuff, like, that's because she was desperate for help, guys. You know, the only reason why Britney was trying to result to being a completely different person was because she couldn't handle that. Like let's get real. Like Britney couldn't handle the fame. She couldn't handle them following her everywhere she goes. And sexual harassment exists, you know, like sexual harassment does exist. So think about that. If you are a female, you know, I hate to bring this up, but like, yeah, it exists. Like, who knows what that paparazzi would do to her if she was by herself, which she shouldn't be by herself, but like, heck, if she wanted to go to Walgreens, for God's sake, is she gonna have a paparazzi, you know, rub himself against her and follow her in a bathroom? Like what the hell? Like, that's what that is exactly what being that famous does to you. You get followed into bathrooms, you get stalked on social media, you get killed. That's what it does. And more celebrities need to speak up and say enough is enough. We're not going to be hounded, we're not going to be followed, we're not going to be watched. And so I do applaud any celebrity out here who I always have. You know, I do support any celebrity who has pushed back because it's disgusting. You know, there's a time and a place. You know, taking a picture of Britney at a or anybody else at an event or a concert is a totally different story. No, you see, I bet if paparazzi are watching this video, I bet paparazzi would say, "Oh well, we're just following her do her job." No, you're not. You're following her into Walgreens. You're following her into a fucking no. That's not her job. That's just being a human. That's not her job. You know, I feel like a paparazzi would say, well, we're just doing a job. You know, she's just doing no, she's not just doing her job. She's being a human. Can she do that? Can she live? Can she do that? Oh, but she can't because she's famous. Oh, my bad. Like what? Like, please keep it. They can keep that shit. They can keep it. They can keep it. And I think that more celebrities need to stop living in LA as well. I've actually said this from the very beginning. I've always said I think celebrities need to stop being in LA and California. You know, buy your house somewhere else that's not as well known. You know, go to an area where people really don't know you. You see what I'm saying? Like I don't know, because I wouldn't want to deal with that. You know, and I think Britney is a good example of what I'm saying here. You know, like if you go back to other videos of her, um, and when they've documented her own breakdown, like there's literally documents showing how Britney literally would like change her accent. Like that's fucking crazy. Like that's insane. And she would literally wear different wigs to be different people because she could not handle it. Like she just didn't want to be Britney Spears for a little bit, you know? She didn't want to be seen. She didn't want people to run up to her and say, "Can I get an autograph?" Like that's annoying. It's annoying, and I don't know, people out here, people, I mean, honestly, I'm just gonna say what I want to say, you know, like, because this is a very important video. This is a very important video. I know it is. A lot of people out here who want to be famous and they want people to hound them. Why would you want that? Like, I don't get it. Like, admired, maybe, you know, being in the history books, especially if you're in sports, okay, maybe. But being hounded into bathrooms and restaurants and everything you do is watched, why would you want that? I don't get it. Are you not like secure in your own value? Do you really need strangers to love you for you to love yourself? Is that what it is? Like you need strangers to love you so you can love yourself. Why? Love yourself. You know, depend on your own love, your own supply. You don't need 1,000 strangers to love you for you to love yourself. And if you do, you're insecure. You have issues. You need to get help. Straight up. Like if you need strangers to love you for you to love yourself, you're not secure in who you are. So, Britney is a great example of this whole topic. And we saw that sweet girl get crushed under the pressure of being a slut. We saw it. We all saw it. We all saw it. We all saw it. You know, we did. We saw how Britney was like on the mountaintop, you know? She was on the mountaintop and then something just snapped in her. Something just said to her, "Fuck the paparazzi." like forget the cameras. Get this camera out of my face. You know? And so I just want to say in closing that to all you celebrities who are no longer with us and you allegedly have taken your own life, you know, you will never be forgotten. You will never be forgotten. Your work will still remain. Thankfully for you, the hard work you did put in and the effort you did and the impact you did make will not be void. That's the good part, that regardless of how you went, regardless of your last hours, your final moments on this planet, your work will still remain. And that's a beautiful thing. And I think that, you know, it should remain, you know, for all these celebrities who struggle with mental health, struggle with bullying, struggle with paparazzi, being chased, being famous, like just know that we should all realize and just know that at the end of the day, we got ourselves. You know, if we have nobody else, we have ourselves, and we have to take care of ourselves. And if that means doing a social media detox or cutting off social media, um, going from the limelight, if you are a celebrity watching, or just changing how you live your life, it's worth it. You know, it's totally worth it, because you'll have peace of mind. You know, no matter what happens to you, you'll know and have the assurity in your heart that you've done what's right and what's best for you. And that's all that I wish for everybody watching here, is that if you do get successful one day, if you do become famous one day, if you watch this video, if you do become, you know, famous, that you will always follow your inner compass, that you will never waver on your morals, and that you will be what you've always wanted to be. You know, as a little kid, right? Imagine yourself, you know, a couple years from now, you know, all these celebrities. Imagine yourself how you were when you were innocent, right? When you felt like the world was so innocent. Go back to that and rest in God's love of that you are still human. You're still a human, you know. And you know, I really hope that we don't see this again. You know, on a finishing note, I hope that we never see another suicide again. We probably will, from whoever it is, you know, out here, but I hope we don't. I hope we don't. And I hope that these people get help. And I hope that you celebrities out here that can't handle it, that that God will send you people who can uphold you in your darkest hour. And I hope that for all of us, that if we ever feel like we're lost and we're at a, you know, the wits end, I really hope and pray that we all get to a point where we have people around us and within ourselves we built up this stronghold where no one can shake us, and that the enemy can't have us. We are confident in God's love, and that we're not going to be shaken. We're not gonna falter. We're not gonna fall victim to these devices of the devil, because these devices and these ways of communicating are devilish. They really are. You know, when used for evil, they are. So I hope that we all can really meditate and think about this, and that we all can try to do better and live better. And all the best to everybody out here who will be famous, you know, is reaching for success. I pray that God will keep you and protect you from harm and danger, including myself. I pray for myself right now that we will all be protected from the enemy, that will be the powers that be, and that we're not going to waver on the truth that we know in our hearts. And that if you have bullied, if you have been on social media and you have done certain things you know are not right, I pray that you'll find a way to forgive yourself and to not do it again, and to learn from your mistakes. Because that's all that matters, is learning from mistakes and trusting that God has a better plan for our lives. I love you all so much. Thank you for watching. I hope this video could touch you in a certain way that will improve your life, make you think about life differently, about social media differently, you know, the entertainment business differently. And I hope that we never have to see a story like this again. Bye, y'all. Thank you for watching. See ya. Bye.